But what I appreciate about Donald Trump is that he is pissing Republicans off and Democrats off every single day. And to me, that's what leadership is all about. The idea, like if you're a leader and you're not pissing somebody off every now and again who's under your command or under your charge, then you're not doing your job. And what this country needs right now more than ever, because Cash, things are off the rails in almost every measure. And again, hearkening back to something that you said, that I think Americans is going to be, when they go into that voting booth in November, it's going to be a simple calculus for them. They're going to look at what their life was like under President Trump, and they're going to look at what their life was like under Biden now. And they're going to say, under President Trump, the border sure as hell wasn't this chaos. Under President Trump, I could afford gas. I could afford to put food on the table for my family. Crime wasn't through the roof. I had more money in my 401k. It's hard to see what the Democrats were thinking. I mean, Cash, because they just lied to us about his cognitive state. So they knew there wasn't they knew the condition that Biden was in, right? I mean, you've been in these scenarios before. You've been in rooms with President Trump. You've been a part of huge decisions. How does this happen? Because you're right. Like, how does this happen?
Here's the thing. The Democratic Party, it's an ironic name for their party, since basically they don't believe in the democratic process. They anoint leaders. They hand them down through the revolving door of the swamp. They don't allow you to have your voice actually represented in DC. And they've survived on that false presentation to the American public for like 40 years. And then Donald Trump comes along and shatters it. And they're like, whoa, wait a second. This is how we used to run our country, our party. This is how we used to own Washington, D.C. And it wasn't necessarily a Democrat or Republican thing, as you pointed out. It was that uniparty in Washington was like, well, okay, we'll shake your hand. You'll shake mine. I'll be back in 4 years. You pay me in 6. I mean, no, seriously. And they did it for decades. And Donald Trump just literally lit them up. And that's why, as you pointed out, everyone was attacking him. Republicans, Democrats, centrists, the media, everybody, because he was exposing their corruption by them joining forces to go out against America. And I think that was his biggest score last night, if there's just one for me, is that he showed America he wants America to win. And whether it's with him or not with him, he specifically said one of the most powerful lines from the debate: Joe, I'm cheering for you. I want you to succeed, but you have failed. That's the right answer for every American. I want our commander-in-chief to succeed, because if he succeeds, our national security succeeds, our citizens are safe, we're probably not fighting wars. All the big things that we want as just a human are accomplished. But what President Trump also did was highlight, and I think he was right to spend time on the border and Afghanistan, a lot of time on that, because I think unlike normal election cycles where it's economy, it is a piece of it. But I think now more Americans are like, wait a second, the world is upside down, not just the United States of America. How do we fix it?
Mike Lindell here, and like you, I see our country being destroyed daily. We face massive economic issues, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, there are people in power who threaten the values that have made our country great. Well, I've been a believer in gold and silver for a long time, and I've searched for years for a partner that shares my values. Well, Genesis Gold Group showed me how easy it is to protect your IRA, 401k, or your retirement with gold and silver. Their faith-driven approach to service and stewardship is one that stands out from the rest.
To get your free definitive gold guide and get started learning more about investing in gold and protecting your retirement from uncertain times, visit treasureandtrust.com now. Fill out the basic contact form and a member of the team will be in touch. Again, that's treasureandtrust.com or call 855-625-7760.